Question for Manny.
Feel good. Feel real good. Yep. Got a little rest. Appreciate Coach Herm for that. But I was really eager. You know, when you don't play for a week, and I'm in my senior season. I mean, I got in here this morning, smile on my face, told Coach Likens how excited I was to come back out to practice. You know, it's like I had a freaking little mini off season there for a week. So I was really excited to get back out to practice and be out there with my guys and finish this thing out strong.
When did you go back in full scale practice?
Today was, yeah, did all my reps, did everything that I would normally do. Just took that past week, took a little rest.
You played through so many things in your career, health-wise, injury-wise.
This isn't nearly as close as to being as hurt as I was. You know, my first year starting. You know, I don't have any broken bones or, you know, my shoulder's all good. You know, so my body feels good. Like I said, I think it was really just a professional mindset thing that Coach Herm does, is just take care of your guys. You know, guys that are out there every single play, and it helped.
Look at Stanford on film. It's a team that defensively did much better in the first part of the year than compared to the last few weeks. What have you seen from them that's maybe different than last year, or?
Yeah, well, I think they got some talented cornerbacks. They got a really tall cornerback. He moves pretty well for a tall guy. But with Stanford, you know what you're going to get. You're going to get a disciplined football team. You're going to get guys that are going to stay, you know, in their zones. You got guys that are going to play good man coverage. They're going to run with guys. They got athletes. They recruit good athletes like we do. So it's just week in, week out, I say the same thing. It's going to be about winning the one-on-one matchups. And we got to find a way to score 2 more touchdowns a game. And that's my goal, is to average 2 more touchdowns the rest of the season than the first half of the season. So I'm excited. I think that we have a really good game plan. You know, obviously, anytime you have, you know, some extra moments for yourself to watch some more film, and you have a couple extra days here and there, it's really beneficial, especially going against a team like Stanford. You know, football, one player taking one step wrong can make a play look completely terrible. And that's what happens in the third quarter, I think, is, you know, we get very hyped for the moment, we're there, and then we hit a lull. And you can't hit those lulls. This team, they score a lot of points in the third quarter. They don't score a lot of points in the first quarter. So they are very good at making halftime adjustments. And that's something that we just have to pick our head up and just, you know, treat it as a new week, new day, and go out there and just execute our game plan and make the correct adjustments at halftime so we're all comfortable with it.
Picking back off what you just said, then how important is it to play with a lead and get a lead and sustain that through halftime? Yeah, I mean, when I first got to college, I wasn't a believer in, you know, momentum or what's the word I'm looking for? Not like karma, but, you know, just what you put out is what you're going to get from it. I'm a firm believer now in momentum and, you know, getting a turnover and scoring a touchdown. You know, it takes the life out of people. Throwing a shot on the first play of the game and you guys score a touchdown on the first play of the game, guess what? They're going to think about that the rest of the game. So those little things like that is I feel is a big part of this game. That's something we got to do, is just get some momentum, get rolling early. And, you know, we don't want to play like we have to, man, we got to get another touchdown so we can get back in this thing. We want to play like, hey, we got a 2-touchdown lead. Let's continue to do what we're doing so we can be comfortable and we can just play without having the thought of we need to score because of this, you know?
That was the one thing in Colorado, you led, but you couldn't get that second possession. I mean, that second 2-score lead is what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of the difference, right? Is to get a little bit of a bigger gap.
Yeah. I mean, it's a completely different game if they don't score right before half and we go and we score on it and we're up 14 coming out of the third quarter, you know, so, or after the first drive in the third quarter. So, I mean, it is what it is. Mistakes were made, offensive, defensive, and special teams. But I feel like we've done a really good job of fixing those, and we focused a lot on the details, the film that I've watched this week and the practice. You know, Dylan stepped up this past week that I wasn't practicing. He had a really good week. I think it kind of was a moment for him to really realize again how close he is to just being one play from being in the game. And he led those guys and did a really good job of taking care of the football and running the offense this past week.
Looking at the results of some of the games yesterday, Colorado loses. How much does that give you guys, I want to say, new life? Like, okay, if we win out, you know.
Not new life, because we, you know, that's what you guys think, is that we're down or something like that. This team is very spirited. I tell our team all the time, I've been in this league it's my 5th year now, anything can happen. Anything can happen. So I'm not, you know, nothing's out of the picture for us. We just got to continue to take it game by game. And obviously we want to win every game, but especially these South games, we got to win out if we want a shot at all. So, yeah. You know, I've gotten these type of questions now for about whatever game we rush for a crazy amount of yards. It's always what's wrong with the passing game. I'm an unselfish player. That's just how I am. If we're winning football games, hey, I'm more happy than anything.
Yeah, I don't mean it in terms of what's wrong with it. I just mean it in terms of the
Scheme,
strategy of it, as opposed to just opening up.
Yeah.
Opening it up and playing that way.
Yeah, so I mean, it's I guess it's kind of like at the beginning of a game, you're dictating what the game is going to be like. So, you know, if we feel we want to establish ourselves as running the football against a team, we're going to come out doing it early. We're going to continue to do it. I just think that's our philosophy, is do it until it works, because it does work. And the times that when you continuously do something, there's moments on the field where the defense knows what you're running and you know what they're running, and it's just, we got to win. You got to win on the line. You got to win on the outside perimeter blocking. You just have to win. You know, the majority of it's a stat, and it's something that I talk about a lot, is it's like 50-50 plays work and plays don't work. The other 50%, guys that are on the field, just go make a play. Go make those extraordinary moments happen where a scramble drill happens, a guy running a dig, runs to the opposite sideline, catches it, turns upfield like Cam Smith, you know, USC. Those moments are what we need to take another step and win those close football games, and we just haven't done that. We did it early in the season. We just haven't done it these past, you know, there's 3 games that we lost. We didn't make those extraordinary moments happen.
Rob was talking about the ability in a bye week to take a step back, you know, do some self-scouting, reevaluate, you know, to look at the big picture. You know, do you have that sense for yourself and just for the team in general, that that's what's happening?
Yeah, I mean, I think this past week, a lot of it was just, I know defensively, it was a lot of fundamental drills, you know, things to just, when you go on through a season, and it happens to quarterbacks, I mean, it's especially with quarterbacks, is as you go through a season, you lose the train of thought of your mechanics. You lose the little details that you focused on right before the season started and you were rolling. So now all my habits are there, you know, so trying to, especially with this bye week, I couldn't have come at a more perfect moment, is I get to look back now and take a step back and be like, hey man, you know, I got to clean up some mechanics before I get rolling this back half of the season. So I think that's what this past week was, to focus on that, and now we're, you know, all in on Stanford, and it's, you know, they're not thinking about those things anymore.